So I guess what we're doing is we're taking the DART train all the way to Howth. When we get there, we'll situate ourselves, might get refreshed, and then we're gonna go for a hike on the cliff walk. Go. Alright, made it to Benadair, Howth. Yeah. So I'm not going to pretend to know where I am right now. Except that we are in Howth. You know, it's funny, the first thing I saw arriving at the station here is some dude hustling a piece of smoked salmon. That'd tell you everything you need to know. Can you bring fresh fish on the airplane? Krabby Joe's, I guess that's where we're going later. So I thought I'd walk down here first, and then we're going to be headed up that way. I know it looks challenging, but we're going to do it. Come back here for some dinner. And then head back to Dublin. That's good. And it's not too bad, 12 euro. Oh, this is Octopussy. I saw that on the Google Maps. That's pretty fucking hilarious. No feeding the seals. Oh shit. Are we gonna see seals today? So one of the things I love is ports. I don't know. I recently went to Wickford, Rhode Island. I didn't take any video or anything, but it was pretty fun. So people are watching the fishermen work. That's pretty interesting. The weather, in my opinion, is perfect. It's a little bit chilly, so you can like kind of like wear your hoodie and a nice warm hat, and you're not sweating your ass off. It's awesome. Man, check out these boats. Wow. That boat's seen better days. Yeah, speaking of the weather, you know what's kind of bizarre? And I was not expecting this. So Ireland is much higher latitude. Yeah, latitude than Boston, where I'm from, or the Boston area. So the sun doesn't go down to about like 9:30-ish. I could look it up. I don't want to. It was like 9 o'clock and it's still bright out. It's so weird because even though it's late May, it's still the sun doesn't set until like maybe 7-ish, 7:30 right now. So it's wild. It's a 2-hour difference. So I guess we can walk up here. I see people behind the lighthouse. So what we'll do is we're gonna take some photos up here. So it looks like they have some. Ooh, it's not really in the budget, but. Yeah, it looks like this is the end here. And then there's like a jetty that sticks out. And that jetty looks like it's a man-made, is that the right word, jetty? I don't think so. But it's a man-made like formation to create the harbor here. King George IV, 1821, footsteps recorded. Interesting. I believe the island over there is the Eye. They call it the Eye, or Ireland's Eye, something like that. Man, I should have done my research. And that's Howth Lighthouse, right there. Pretty cool. Looks like there's a little fort on there. That is so gorgeous. I want to walk that, but that is not accessible unless you have a boat. It's fascinating. Oh, what was I saying? Alright, so we just checked out the pier. At this point, man, I'm tired for some reason. Oh god, I'm drained. But we're gonna power through it and hopefully have enough battery to get some, interesting footage. From here, it's about a 25-minute walk to the trail. So I just checked out this Insomnia Coffee. It's a chain in Ireland. And one of the things about Ireland that, because I've said this before to some people I met at the bar last night, it's like, I feel like I'm at home. Because, in New England, coffee is very popular. And ice cream is popular. And fish and chips is popular. And Irish culture in general is popular. And I feel like, I don't know, it's also the same here. Like, coffee, ice cream, all that stuff. It's very popular. In a way, it is, I don't know, it's like almost familiar. Like when you come here, you're like, oh, this feels like we're in somewhere I know, somewhere I've been. One thing that I didn't pick up on until now, because I went to a Cafe Nero across the street from my hotel. It's beautiful. Excuse me. Is that they don't really have iced coffee as much. They have they can do it. They do have it, but it's they don't have like cold brew or anything like that. They just do iced Americano as their standard iced coffee beverage. I thought that was pretty interesting. Didn't really pick up on that until now, because I went in there and asked for iced coffee. Like, do you guys do iced coffee? I was like, oh, you must be American. I love that. It's a wood carving, and then it's integrated with this fishing net. Pretty rad. Yeah, this is pretty much what I was looking for when I was looking for places to go. Like, it's a beautiful looking town with a working fishing district. I gotta edit that out. So if you are listening or watching, what would be a good, I think I asked this already, but I wish I could put the camera in like a holster or something. What's a good one I can use to wear? It doesn't look too like, you know, I hate to say it. I don't want to be like the douche with the camera. I hate it, but it is what it is. But anyway, if you have an item, product, let me know. So technically we're still in Dublin. Dublin 9. The addresses are really weird here. Like the town names are numbered. The town with a number. And I still don't know how street addresses work, but they do have streets and street names. But man, I don't know how you would manage without Google Maps. Because I was looking for a place to buy a suit, and I found it eventually. But it's like Ann's Place, Ann's Lane, Ann's Street, like the street, and then the lane, and then it was weird. Like it was an alley within an alley, and trying to find the actual street address, it doesn't really work. There's a Geno's. I tried Geno's in Temple Bar. It was actually really good. That's cute. You know what also was kind of a surprise to me, even though like I did realize this, but there's an Irish language, of course, duh, but I didn't realize how common it is spoken amongst Irish people. So I guess it's relatively new in the culture. Well, I mean the language is very old, but it's relatively new in the culture because schools have been sort of pushing that along with English. So kids now, they're learning Gaelic as much as they are English. Which is pretty cool, because, you know, they have their philosophy on that. It's like the country's language is part of their identity. And I think that's pretty awesome. Even though in the world, the fact that English is spoken here as well, it's definitely helpful, you know, in like in the world sense, but for your local culture sense, absolutely. But to be fair, I don't think Ireland has any real reason to be worried about their culture, because they have plenty of it. You know what I love about it here, why it feels like home again, is because of the this sort of like singer busker culture they have here. Just a guy or gal with a guitar, and they just sort of play they just sort of play pop songs and stuff. Like, I love that shit. Kind of makes me want to try it. All right, so we're looking for the trailhead. This is the end of the harbor wall. That's probably the better term for it. I said jetty before, but I think it's more of a harbor wall. So, like, I guess one could walk out there and check out the lighthouse in person, but I'm trying to save energy. Wait, more ice cream. That's awesome. I'm just gonna take a quick look at this building here. I think it might be something I'm looking for. Whew. This is quite the hill. I'm a little bit out of shape. I'm getting better though. People tell me I carry my weight, but believe me, I carry my weight. Oof. especially up hills like that.
She gets similar stuff that I get. Like,
and again, about the familiarity thing. Aside from the random palm trees, which is bizarre to me, it smells, feels like Maine. But that's all just from my personal experience. Growing up, summers in Maine, so that's what it feels like to me. Kind of like a cottage town, if you will. And the beaches remind me so much of Maine. It's crazy. But you know what really did it was the odors, the good, the bad. You know, like the seaside smells. Yeah, that really brought me back. They say olfactory is the strongest form of memory or something like that. Does that make sense? Alright. I don't know what hindsight is. See, that's why I hate this camera. That's where we just came from. See, this is kind of what I was looking for. The straw is just destroyed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do research on the palm trees. Is that native to here? Because it feels like it should be a tropical thing. But Ireland does have a unique climate. I have to say, like they say, oh, it never snows, but yet it's cold and raw in the winter, but it doesn't snow. It's weird. And you're so far north too. It just doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me. I'm gonna ditch the straw. You know what I might do? I know it's been a few years, but I want to contact GoPro's customer service. I'm gonna see how they respond, because this is a little irritating, So I feel like they expect you to, oh, just buy a battery, I'm like, well, I have 2 batteries, and every time I turn the damn thing on, it drops like 5% battery. That's a problem.
It's absolutely beautiful, and this is like a long.
I'm gonna get as much as I can on this walk. So there's a lot of signs about the Liabilities Act. So basically, like, if you enter a certain area that is marked, you're liable for damages, I guess, like personal. So you can't sue. That's the reason for that, which makes a lot of sense, because if you're an idiot and you want to go to that tiny island right there and you get hurt, you're like, well, I'm gonna sue the public. I suppose the government owns it, I don't know, but you can't sue, which makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? This is very peaceful. This is, the cliff walk, and this is just dandy. If I get to the cliff walk head and I can just feel the energy draining from me, I might turn around. I find this to be a very interesting building, and it's all abutted to the road here. I'm sure it's pretty narrow, abutted to the cliff on the other side. I've always wanted like a house like this, maybe a little more sidewalk than that. I just like not having a lawn. That's the main thing. Alright, so I'm gonna turn it off for a sec. 2% battery. It just dropped from 8 to 2 in 3 minutes. Help.
Just me and her, you know.
Alright, working what we got. I'm gonna try to keep it running a little bit here until they get close, because the views are starting to get really nice. Well, they were nice the whole time, but swap the battery. So that little mountain up there, little mountain, I don't think I'm gonna have the energy to get up there. That's probably not in the cards. But we're gonna see where this takes us. Yeah, so I guess the theme of this trip for me, it's been about like a journey, like my life's journey. Like I'm getting older now. Getting older, as George Carlin would say. And I don't know, like I hate to like bring this up, but like I'm getting to a point in my professional life where I'm starting to feel like an adult. Like, you know, I've basically made the life that I wanted, which, albeit, is pretty modest. Like I had these dreams, like, oh, I want to live on this street or own a antique house or whatever. Like I'm halfway there, you know, and it's pretty awesome. And I want to travel. I want to check out places, and this is one of the places on my bucket list that I just wanted to see. So I told people at work, oh, where are you going on vacation? I say like, oh, I'm going to Ireland. It's like, oh, that's awesome. Like, and they ask like, oh, why are you going? Like, why not? Like, just for the hell of it. I want to be able to say like once a year, go on for the hell of it trip, you know. I don't think you have to explain yourself there. Just want to get out of people's way. Wow, this wall is really beautiful. These windows too. Wow. Looks like we're getting up close to the trailhead here. Yeah, but anyway, so this has been like one of those like not life-changing necessarily, but like a turning point, I guess. Like last night with the band, you know, I was like, I've always wanted to be able to perform, but I've always felt like too nervous, or I need to have like the material in front of me. But you know what I noticed is a lot of the buskers, they'll have that, like a tablet with everything you need in front of them. So hey, I could actually do that if I practice some more and learn some more songs. Why not? There's a beautiful view of the Ireland there. You know, some people say like, and I do even, like travel's overrated, and like you can see these places on TV and it's not really worth going to, but there's really something about like taking yourself out there on an adventure. Like I try to look on the bright side when it comes to like the flight and the train rides and all that. It's part of the adventure. It's part of you taking your things, taking yourself, and getting out there. And part of it is also like getting exercise, which is very important. What are you gonna do? Sit in your ass and watch what's his name? Rick Steves on TV. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I love that stuff. But it's important to get out there. So before we hit the trail, I'm gonna finish my coffee as we say in Rhode Island and start walking. Looks like it's partly paved. That's a nice surprise.